Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at a 5-wide scheme from the Tennessee Titans playbook, ironically, because they like to run the ball with Derrick Henry. But we're looking at 5-wide today, an empty chips tight. And the chips, actually, if you don't know, are where 85 and 22 Derrick Henry are. Those guys are going to be chippers. They would chip the ends and things like that. We're not necessarily going to be using them in that way as to chip on the ends. We're going to be using them as blockers and some pass catchers here. So first play we're going to start with is out, is what it's called here, out at a gun empty chips tight. And we're basically going to leave this stock. I mean, we're trying to hit this Burks route. We're trying to get the tight end out a little bit quick. And if he's not getting out quick enough, you can always put him on a flat route. Maybe you block Derrick Henry up on the back end. Or you can't block Derrick Henry, right? Or you actually can't block any of these guys this year. My bad. So you can maybe throw Derrick Henry on a you leave him on that block and release if you want him to block, or you can throw him on a hitch or something like that. Maybe you see the user vacating that area or whatnot. If you want these guys to block, leave him on the chips. If he's not getting out there quite fast enough in the tight end 85 in this case to try to pull those zones down for Burks, you can kind of see there the comes down to actually where they're in man there, so not quite the example. But we're trying to pull that zone down, similar to a sail concept. We're just running it with an out route. We'll kind of put Derrick Henry on that backside hitch. I do kind of like that. Trying to pull those zones down. And there you can kind of see 20 did come down, took a few steps down. We were able to layer that ball over top of them there on the out route. But that's really it. I mean, then you have D-Hop coming across on an out route. And if you're really trying to work that out route, you can always streak Derrick Henry, and then you're basically running a backside dagger concept. So you can kind of do that. And you can just see the whole middle of the field is open for DeAndre Hopkins. And if you have a little bit faster guy, if you do get man backside, I mean, he can sort of outrun that corner as well against man. But out, really good play. And of course, you can just let it stock as well. You kind of get those chips, get him to block. There you get man coverage. And against cover zero, against these fast blitzes, with a lot of people at the line of scrimmage, that's pretty nice too. They get a block out, and then they run out to the flat. And a lot of the times, where Henry and the tight end are here, they have safeties on them in man coverage, so they're coming from depth. So as you saw there, I mean, I can kind of show you what I'm saying here. Tight end sort of looks to block. His man, the guy that is covering him, is well, not that guy, is way up here, right? He's almost 8 yards off the line of scrimmage, right? Very easy to get that ball to him, right? Very, very easy to fit that ball into him off of cover zero. But next one we're going to look at here is post cross, if I could think. And here really what I'd like to do is just drag your tight end or put him on a slant, whatever you really like. I like to drag him, really puts him at different depths. And then you can just kind of put Henry on that backside hitch as well if you like that. There you can see you still have that fast option, that quick option in the hitch game. And if you typically I don't want to leave him blocking on this play, just because him and the drag are kind of going to a similar spot. But with the drag, crosser, and deep in route, of course, we're trying to layer those. We're trying to make the user can't defend all 3 layers of those. So that's pretty big. Very tough for the user to cover. And of course, backside, you're going to have Hopkins with a deep post. Here, of course, we have just a single high look. But if that middle of the field was open, you'd be able to attack cover 2 with that a little bit better here. So there you kind of have that. There we get man. I really like that crosser route against man as well. There you had a kind of a linebacker on him, so pretty good matchup there. But overall, I really do like that. I really do like crosser routes as well, always, because crosser routes are just good. And of course, I mean, he's just kind of torching that guy, poor guy over there. But pretty simple. Really, you're only making 1 or 2 hot routes a play. And if you really want to get into it, you can always drag both of these guys underneath. You're running basically mesh underneath with some deeper stuff down the field. And they are just loving man coverage. They're just loving man coverage, which is weird. So, but very, very good, very good. We'll kind of keep doing that. That's Dagger. That's my fault. I do kind of like running mesh underneath. Just that second hot route here, we actually do get zone. Needed another half second there. That was the crosser was again wide open. User would not be able to cover everything there. Here we'll kind of leave Henry out on a chip here just to sort of get that extra little shove. And there you can see layering that ball over the top and getting really nice separation against man, against zone. Really like that corner route here. And of course, that's just coming off of out, which you see outs as well. We're really working that outside the field. So being able to hit crossers, deep ins, and things like that, being able to hit all area of the fields is pretty good, especially deeper down the field mixed with these shorter routes. Taking the time out from the video here, I just want to thank you guys for clicking on the video and watching here. If you're liking what you're seeing, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I just want to remind you to do that here. Trying to get over that 1,000 subscriber mark. That's a big milestone, so we're looking to get there here. Hopefully by the end of the year as the new season starts here. And yeah, just appreciate you guys checking out the videos, clicking the like, clicking the subscribe, commenting, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet and send it back to the video. So, next one here is Dagger. Of course, that's going to be on the right side of the field. Backside, we're going to have C route with Hopkins there. A pretty deep C route at that as well. Here, I like to drag Henry just because he's really not doing much in the flat. That C route's going to be deep enough where it's really not going to be able to pull the zone down and really affect it all that much. So we'll kind of put him on a drag, sort of, make the user think a little bit, make somebody cross in front of his face. And then you have Aquanu. I'm not even sure, man. He had a really good preseason, though. I did like him in the preseason when I saw him. So he's on a block and release deeper hitch. So kind of have that. There you see him hit the end. And there you see him pick up that end. And there we're kind of just clearing out for Derrick Henry. And that's really good rack as well with your running back as well, right? You're throwing the ball to a running back, basically a run play there. And of course, you can let them on the block and release if they're kind of overplaying that. But we'll try to set up this Dagger here. I mean, that's going to be very, very easy. That's going to be very easy. The linebackers are up very, very far in the field. Being able to throw that ball over them, super easy, super duper easy. Especially once you're mixing up. I mean, and you might say, well, the user could just drop back. I mean, it's the only route over the middle of the field. User could pretty easily cover that. But I mean, you're mixing in all of these other plays as well. I mean, here you're seeing Henry take the whole right side of the field. You'll be able to run up. You know what I mean? So pretty good. You're getting that crosser element to it. And of course, I mean, you can always just streak Henry as well if you want to go all out and really just chuck this thing deep here. Of course, we get man coverage, so they do a good job. They do a good job there. There having him on a drag certainly would have been better. But I mean, here, I mean, you can see tight end getting that block and release, and I really would have liked him to release a little bit quicker there. I kind of brain fart mid-play, but throwing Dagger, that's kind of what I like to run this drag a little bit as well. If they do give you man, of course, then they give a zone. But there, I mean, the Dagger concept does good, dragging them down the field. So it all works together. All of this, mixing the deep with the shorter routes and stuff like that. Having the crossers in front of, just having the crosser, even if you don't throw the drag every time, maybe, or you don't throw the Dagger concept every time, you're throwing this drag more so like I am right now. Just having that, I mean, they know it's there, right? The user knows that there is a big in route in behind them, right? You're going to throw it one of these times. So just having that there 20 yards down the field, 15 yards down the field is really nice, especially, like I said, mixing it with these plays that are trying to attack the sidelines, being able to hit that middle of the field, very nice out of this. Last one we have, though, is outs. Pretty simple here. I really like to even just run this stock. If you would have Hot Route Master, putting RB here, Traylon Burks, on a crosser, on a post, all of that would be great. We'll kind of put him on a slant, or on a slant to kind of simulate that a little bit. Then, of course, you have the big out routes on with your outside receivers here. And you can just kind of see if you throw them on time, if you have that throwing ability, helps even more. You're able to get those in there against man coverage. Against shade, that does play a little bit better against them and whatnot. But, and of course here they have outside leverage as well. But we're able to dump that ball down because we have the chippers out there that are just pushing in, hitting that guy, going out to the flats. So overall, really nice play. Of course, again, we're obviously trying to work the outside of the field. Here we'll kind of work D-hop a little bit. Wide open. Perfect, actually, out of reach. Questionable right there. But, I mean, there it's very, very simple. We just really, really like to run it stock here. There you have Derrick Henry. And, of course, that's the way you want to dump it down, too, right? If they're going to pull the zones down the field, if you can get it to a running back in the flat, that's a running back in the flat, open space. That's kind of the guy you want to get the ball, just like a handoff, right? Here, kind of use the leverage against them, pick up 8-9 yards. So it's not just these deep throws. You think 5 wide. You think 5 wide, you're thinking just chucking the ball down the field, throwing streaks, throwing posts, throwing all these deep routes, which we are going to do that here, right? We want to throw posts, we want to throw crossers, we want to throw deep ins, right? We want to hit this C route every once in a while. We want to hit these out routes that are down the field. There, I just flipped the play by accident. But we want to hit those big routes, but we're still throwing drags out, right? We want these routes to cross in front of the user. We want to be able to use these routes, these shorter routes as well, not just throwing the ball down the field. Just because, especially in this game in particular, rack is really nice, right? Especially get these speedy guys, especially early in the year. If sometimes your team's just faster than the other guy, so having these speedy guys on very rack friendly routes is something that's beneficial to the scheme, I think. And of course, you can just run this stock as well, which is leaving Burks on the little stop in over the middle of the field. But we'll kind of run this one more time. There you can see they kind of had outside leverage. That's actually a good example. There they kind of had outside leverage. Did a good job staying inside of them, staying outside of them really, and breaking up the pass there. That's kind of why you want that crosser as well. There they do a good job breaking across. But that's why I kind of like to have a crosser as well with it over the deep middle of the field, or a post or something like that, from where Burks is, to kind of mix and match off those out routes. But that is really the scheme out of this Tennessee Titans 5 wide. A little bit of a kind of paradox type of scheme, right? You think of a run heavy scheme with Derrick Henry and the Titans. Here we're going 5 wide. But I hope you guys did like this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You probably watched the YouTube videos before. We're pushing for 1,000 subs, trying to hit that mark here on the channel. We're doing pretty well pushing towards that, I have to say, definitely. So yeah, that's very good news there. And I think that's really it for this video. I hope you guys did like the scheme. Let me know what it is you want to see next, what playbook we're going to look at, any questions, anything like that, any other kind of Madden related stuff in the comments below. So yeah, with that, I hope to catch you guys in the next one.